part of 10, fortunately, 3 as a player, coached over 375 All-Americans. That's not strength training, that's recruiting, if you haven't figured that out, okay? I work with great athletes, and the main teams I work with are the Olympic sports. I have been very lucky to have great coaches to support me, and with that, I tell the people I work with 2 sports that are very important to me, track and swimming, and here's why. And, I work with hockey, basketball, baseball. I worked with everything. But track and swimming, everything's measurable. Results come from it. Weightlifting, results come from it. So I base the theories and methodologies that I use on everything that's measurable. And if it's not measurable, there's so many variables in hockey that you never know if you're doing the right thing. So you actually got to measure everything that you do, and these sports actually measure performance, and that's a track and swimming. Go ahead. I'll actually load up this talk when I'm done. You can catch it. This is a website that I have where the talk will be at on the download page. It's not what I do. It's 1,000 exercises on there, but it's not what I do for my advanced athletes. Okay, this is more high school information, but there's more than willing. There's a few thousand web pages on there. Go ahead, click it. Thank you. Now, this whole talk, this process, I have to change your thinking a little bit on how you look at things. One of the biggest things that I do is I apply a lot of stress. There's nothing fun about a lot of my workouts. There's fun in nature, but ultimately the bottom line is how much stress you can apply, because that's the only thing that matters when you're trying to make a better athlete, okay? The only bad program is one that doesn't change. I consistently switch up my stuff. That could be loading. When I say loading, that could be exercises, or that could be the particular loads being used and the methods being used, okay? I have a weekly, daily, monthly, and yearly training concepts, but I'm mainly going to talk about the daily and weekly. Keep in mind, with this, new stimuli must be given all the time so that your body's adapting. And if you're not adapting to stress, you're wasting their time. I honestly believe that. So you have to, and to keep the athlete's interest, they're not the only ones that are mindless, that rarely don't question things, would be the swimmers, because they just swim. Well, that's all they do is swim, okay? They'll swim like 18 miles some weeks or whatever it may be. So you have to be a little creative, and that's why I like using other methods. But the catch here is I'm trying to teach you your thinking on when to apply those methods and how. So if you can change that. Key factors in every program, folks. When I look at key factors from the Chinese coach, Ma Yurin, I believe, he had a couple athletes even maybe die during his long distance episodes. The Bulgarian strength coaches, like they say, you got to crack a few eggs and make an omelet. Okay, I'm teasing. No, don't do that, right? Ultimately, but I looked at every successful program. I try to find success, whether it's cross country, whether it's weightlifting or powerlifting. Folks, high volume is key, absolutely key. Okay, high intensity, and I mean very stressful loads, high frequency, and even light loads can become very high intense. Okay, high expectations and overtraining. You have to overtrain athletes to get that.